Lovely. Yum. Have a seat. There's one for everybody. We forgot to tell the other people that they had seats, but that's okay. They'll just miss out. How are you? Good. Are y'all having fun out there? Good. Nice to see you. Hello, my beloved sister, Susan Taylor. Say hi, Susan. See, she snuck in. Y'all didn't even know she was here. So, how's this week been? Good. Really? Exciting? It's getting warm? You ready? Have you been working on your arms? I have. I was working on my arm and dropped the thing on my foot. Not helpful. I'll have great arms, but I'll be hobbling. Not good at all. Did you see on Oprah Behind the Scenes? Okay, did you like it? Okay, you didn't have to, but that's okay. My show, is there a show for me? Moi? You know, everybody says that to me, and I'm really in prayer about whether or not I want to do television. You know, it may not be what I want to do, because they work you like Kizzy before Chicken George got freed. Really, you know, that's a lot of work. So I'm sitting in prayer with it. I'm being mindful. I'm looking at the opportunities. If it comes forward, because for me, it's an opportunity to do the least, do my work, reach the largest number of people with the least amount of effort. Because y'all will sit home and watch the TV or the computer, and you see I'm out here driving and put on full coats of makeup and everything. Half the people ain't even here, so, you know. So if we can televise this, maybe we should televise this. That would be good. See, that would be fun. Give me some music and a stage. I can do that. I can definitely do that. So I don't know, we're talking, we're working, and I want to see what's going to come up. You know, I might just want to spend time with my boyfriend. Okay? You go do the television show and work like Kizzy. And I'll stay home with my boo. As soon as I find one. Do you have one for me? You know, I used to say I had all of these criteria. I want him this, I want him alive. I used to say he had to have hair. Now I say I want him to remember when he had hair. The one criteria that I do have, however, please tell your friends, or your single friends, that you're going to show this DVD to, and they'll see my banging body. Tell them that their teeth must be their own. You know, they got to know God and they got to have some teeth. Other than that, I'm cool, you know. So, yeah. You know, we are living in such, I think they're very interesting times. We're living in what I think are very interesting times. It's for me, particularly because I don't watch a lot of television and I don't read the newspapers. Every now and then I hear things that are just like shocking to me. Like I have to say, I was shocked and horrified at the sight of people cheering and applauding at the death of another human being. Now, you know, I'm not going to say I agree with what the man did or what he was accused of doing or any of that. But anytime one human being applauds and waves a flag at the death of another human being, you know, and they preempted Celebrity Apprentice to do it. Because I just knew Star was going to get fired. So, but I think that we are living in such interesting times because I know in my own life, and I've talked to many people, many of the things that we thought we had to have, and the things we thought we had to do, and the things we thought were absolutely required, seem to be slipping away. You know? Where we thought we had to just work hard and pay the bills and we had to advance and we had, you know, and now we're trying to get another clue. And I think the universe is speaking to us all the time between the weather and the conditions that are going on. we've got to wake up to the fact that life is changing rapidly and that the universe is in control. You know, God is really the source, the universe, whatever it works for you. First of all, you need to have a relationship with that whatever it is. When I meet people today and they say to me, you know, I don't believe in God. Okay, well, bless you and goodbye. Because I am scared of you. How else will you make it? Without a grounding in something greater than yourself, something bigger than your problems, something that your boss and your boo and your children can't take away from you. It's got to be greater and grander than you. And I discovered that as I went through so many changes and transitions in my own life, you know, because I thought that because I had been on Oprah, I had really made it. But somebody forgot to send life that memo. And so as situations come up and begin to unfold, I'm so glad that I had a relationship. I'm so glad that I had a connection so that I didn't totally lose my mind. But the one thing that I was thinking about is that, you know, as things unfold in our life and as we face challenges, as we face difficulties, you know, you get to that place where you're like scared to move. Have you ever been there? Just go, okay, scared to move. Just don't know what to do next because everything you've done to this point either hasn't worked or is not adequate to address the problem. Yeah? And if you have your friends around you, and particularly if you're the strong one, I'm glad I'm not the only strong one in my group, but some of us are. Some of us are the one that everybody else comes to. You know, and if that's you, I'm scared of you. Because I can barely run my own life. I cannot be running other people's lives. Have you got that lesson yet? If you didn't, trust me, it's on the way. We can barely do our day-to-day. And if you're taking care of any other people. So I have my friends in my group, and they're looking at me, and you know, and I always say that it's good that I don't care how big your inner circle is, there only needs to be one sane person at a time. Like if there's 6 of y'all, only 5 of y'all could be out your minds. There only needs to be one sane person in the group at a time. All of y'all can't go crazy at the same time. Somebody has got to stay grounded in something to say, hey, stop it. So when I went crazy, you know, I had one sane person at a time to say, you've got to do this, you've got to do that, or you know how to do this, or remember this, or remember that. And so when I went back to think about it, I said, okay, when stuff falls apart, or when it breaks down, or when you fall apart, or when you break down, or when it's just change, it's just change. It's just change. You change your underwear every day. Hopefully. Why? Why do we think that life isn't going to change? You understand? And here's the distinction, using the underwear analogy, between bloomers and a thong. Right? Sometimes you go from bloomers to the thong and you don't stop at the bikinis. And you go right there. That's a massive change. You know how you used to be comfortable and have a lot of room and now you're like this? You know, life is like that. Just think of it that way. Well, you know, it was comfortable, but now I got a thong on. You know, it's just about change. But what are the things you do when you're scared to move, when you're stuck, when you don't really know what to do? The first thing, this is what I learned, and I share it with you because I love you. And I don't want to save you from what I've been through. I want you to be able to walk through what you're going through and know that you can get to the other side. Nobody can save you from it. But if you got a little more information, the first thing is, tell the truth about where you are. You are not going to be able to take the next step towards your healing, your growth, your business, your new relationship until you tell the truth about where you are. Where you are in your mind, where you are in your heart, where you are in your finances, where you are in your relationships. You know, we have this thing, we're programmed. How are you? Fine. What does that mean? Fine. Fearful, insecure, neurotic, and excited about that. Fine? No, you're not fine. You're drooling, boo. You got gnats in your hair. You are not fine. We just say it automatically. Pumping on this thing. Don't let people know where you are. I want you all to know where I am because I might need some help. I might need a meal. You know, I might need some cold water in my face. So I'm going to tell you, I am crazy. I am crazy. You know, I have this theory in life that, and particularly for women, that within each woman, there's a queen. You know, that there really is a queen. I mean that energy, that essence of majesty and nobility and divinity, you know? But we have to grow her up. You can't be a queen at 22. It takes some running of the kingdom, your life, in order to really be able to sit squarely in your throne. You can't be, you a queen of bee at 22. Not a wannabe, but a queen of bee. You know, a queen becoming. A queen in waiting, in training. And see, even at 35, y'all ain't quite queenly yet. You don't get really queenly until maybe 40. When your underwire bra is not helping you, you get clear. Okay? My majesty has to come from someplace other than up here, okay? You know, everything else is training. Everything else is training. So I believe that you've got to be, you've got to grow your queen. You grow your queen. So, but in order to grow your queen, you know, the queen serves at the behest of the king. I'm not talking about the physical king. I'm talking about the divine king. So in order for you to really be, you can have a physical king too. He's more like a kingette. But you, you gotta have that, you gotta have a relationship with the king, you know? And so I was going through all of these changes and challenges, and my queen was having a nervous breakdown. She was out of her mind, thrashing about in the kingdom with her dresses up over her head, just in horror. I mean, the feeling for me was like panic all the time. Just everything, you know. Oh God, the lemon has a mold stain on it. Life is over. What am I gonna do? You have no eggs. I mean, I was crazy. So when I walk into my community, I announced to everybody, listen, my queen is having a nervous breakdown. She needs therapy. Don't ask me for anything this weekend. Because one of the first steps to the next step is to tell the truth about where you are. Tell the truth. Tell the truth about what you need. Tell the truth about what you want. Tell the truth about how you feel. We cannot get to the next step as long as we're not telling the truth about where we are. If you're afraid, you gotta say that. If you're confused, you gotta say that. Because we are living in a society where the jig is up. Your game ain't gonna get you to the next place. You've gotta get a new game. You gotta get a new game.